Alright, Chatter, are you guys ready to finish another Resident Evil game? Yeah, I think you are. See this glint in your eye. Telling me, like, I got a game. I need a total stranger to finish for me. So I couldn't do it on my own. Hey, yeah, you know what? I'm sure we'll all be impressed. Is it time for more molding? Yes. We're gonna bleach this entire house afterward. That's the only way to be sure. Is this the last stream? I should be finishing Resident Evil 7 tonight. I can't fathom needing another stream unless I don't recall the final boss of this game being particularly difficult. So I don't see a problem, you know. Certified gaming moments. Next up is Village of Shadows or Resident Evil 8. Either that or I could play 2 Remake. Haven't decided which. But I also am kind of like leaning toward maybe doing, I don't know. You know what? I was about to say something there, but I don't think it actually applies. We'll see. Persona 5 stream tomorrow. Don't you make up things. I didn't give you permission. I don't give anyone permission to use their imagination here. How fair is the Clown Matrix today? I mean, did you see any like news of merit other than like terror? They're going pretty well. I promised. You already know what you gotta do if you want the Persona 5 stuff. You know this song, Naked Pictures of Your Mother? Naked Pictures of Your Mother. Go! Yes, I do. I've sung it before. Play 3 Remake and finish it on one stream. I mean, I think I did finish that game in one stream back when it came out. How are the cats? Pretty good. They've been, you know, sleeping all day and for the most part. But 2 Remake wouldn't be bad to play again. Along with the DLC for it. Have you ever played a Persona game? I have not. I've never played one. I have promised to play and sin Persona 5 if I reach my Patreon goals, though. So we'll see if we end up having to do that. We're close to halfway there. I think we've gotten close to like 400 paying members, and we gotta reach 1,000 though. The DLC where you are the cop in the store is intense. The cop. You mean the gun store owner? Bumpy rides through life and brutal murders on memory lane. No stranger to it. Failed author, failed podcaster. I even failed as homeless. Well, you know what? You're a damn good writer. I'll give you that much because that had me riveted. That was actually well put together. So what you haven't tried yet, well, actually, you say you're a failed author, but you know what? I see talent there. I'd let you write for me. And failing as homeless, you know, that's a good one. That means you found a place to live. The cop who gets bitten in the opening. Oh, I didn't know there was DLC for him. Huh. He Busta Rhymes. I mean, is he still alive? I kind of forgot he was a thing that existed. I thought he was like a caricature that was only popped up for like, you know, music videos. And then he disappeared into the ether. What's up, Ollie? How you doing? Also, spoil the cats. It's on me tonight. 25. How much you think? 25. That might buy them one churro treat. One whole churro treat. They'll appreciate it. Still finished some shorts, and 4 of my stories got narrated too. Plus my PDF freebies, huh? You know what? Maybe it's time to try it again. I will always tell people if they failed at being a writer, maybe they weren't working on the right genre. Because sometimes you obviously want to write the genre of fiction you like, but I found sometimes what you think you should be writing is not it. Sometimes you need to be writing something that isn't your own favorite personal genre of fiction. So that's one of like the first things I'll tell you. Like, step outside that comfort zone. Try writing something you wouldn't normally try to write. Sometimes that gives you a very unique perspective on it that other people writing it don't have. Busta Rhymes is still alive, and he is. He's got a career. Just got done with my shift. Now it's time to sleep. The Dartigan ASMR. Hey, be my guest. However, you will hear me swear a lot. I'm not sure if swearing is allowed in ASMR. I write a lot of short stories. That's always a great start from what I understand of it. Especially for like if you want to get published in magazines and stuff. Part of the motivation is the style of older authors inspired us by. Love to write short stories, not long ones. I've tried my hand at being a writer. Uh, I even took my own advice and tried to write steampunk fiction. Still kind of sucked at it. Yeah, it's like I famously disliked steampunk, so I was like, you know what? Let me try to write a steampunk even I would like, because my thinking was, if I like it, it's gotta be decent, right? Have good news for you and Lucky. I will send you a package out on the 22nd. Everything is done. I got you something. Well, hey, you never had to get us anything, but hey, thank you very much. Sorry, Dartigan. I'm doing what I can. I mean, I appreciate every bit, so don't you worry. I was just making a joke. Don't want to make light of you actually donating bits to me. Modern fantasy is just now softcore porn made for women. I feel like most genres of fiction eventually become that. Doesn't matter what, it turns into softcore porn eventually. I mean, even comics are now basically softcore porn. What I've heard about it, or what people have been telling me about them. I mean, you got farting Harley Quinns, you got X-Men living on Hentai Island. Who knows what's next? Don't some writers tap into trauma to write their times? Many do. Many do. Because if you're a writer, you usually have a reason for not getting a regular job. Saw this comment on a breakcore D&B playlist. Let me know what you think. We are haunted by lost futures. I mean, it makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you think. But it's really just like we are haunted by things we didn't do. But yeah, I like it. It's a good wordplay. Failed writer, failed comedian, mediocre YouTuber, amazing human being. Well, I got one thing done. Sometimes you just gotta be nice. That's all it takes. Just be nice. Harder than you think. Or you can be like the Disney writers and openly say you write to piss off the fans. I would say don't be that way. That's not healthy for you or your bottom line. I don't think you're ever going to come across good writing if you're writing it with especially when it's written by a group of people. It's written intentionally to piss off people off for no good reason. What are some games that are safe horny and games that are not safe horny? That's a term I haven't seen recently. What does that even mean, safe horny? Because I've seen multiple definitions. Like I've seen some people describe safe horny, like that Lady Dimitrescu lady in Resident Evil 8 was sometimes described as safe horny. I feel like safe horny is usually like men who are into really muscular or tall women because it feels like they can't overpower them or some shit, so therefore it's safe to like sexually you'll stigmatize them or whatever. I'm not really sure. You're not a great writer unless you're a full-blown alcoholic like Edgar Allan Poe or Ernest Hemingway. Don't forget Coke. You need that too. Why read into the menu screen like that? What are we reading, messages or something? Trauma is basically the theme for Spider-Man comics. I mean, sort of, yeah, but I think Spider-Man's trauma is a little overblown. It's not that deep. I mean, Batman's got it worse. He had both his parents die, not just his uncle. I can hear your echo. Wait, I got an echo? Oh, yeah, there's a slight, my Twitch audio is coming through a little bit. Thank you for letting me know that. Should be fixed now. You gave MJ cancer? Yeah, that is way more traumatic than Uncle Ben dying, actually. Sorry, babe, I gave you, gave you cancer from my jizz. Chugging beer and coffee seems like a bombastic combo. You know what? It's gonna... Your stomach ain't gonna like you much. It ain't gonna like you much. You're gonna be on the toilet all night. I mean, the writers for Spider-Man comics in multiple issues and timelines, and you just cannot get a break. Oh, that's because, yeah, they do love just being terrible to him. Then again, if I were in charge of writing Spider-Man, I'd be pretty terrible to him as well, because I don't like Spider-Man that much. I'd do whatever I could to fuck with him and make his life miserable. I'd make him go bald. Make him, somehow he gets shorter, so he's, 4'1". Make him fat. Impotent. I just have him be a rotten piece of shit. Let's see him be heroic then, all right? You're supposed to be doing bad things to your characters and make them driven, right? That's what you gotta do. Give him a coke addiction. Plus, he broke his spine on her ex, and she hasn't returned since the 70s. Play this tank. Can you imagine if those background NPCs that get killed off actually survived and joined the main characters? I mean, there's a few games that sort of done that. I mean, those Lord of the Rings Shadow of War games where the enemy NPCs, well, become like villains for you to fight. And in that really shitty Watch Dogs Legion game, pretty much anyone could become a main character, though it wasn't that really impressive. Aqua de Bolivia, cocoa leaf and alcohol is legal in Germany, no joke, but of course, you don't afford it for you, but you can actually get the Coke and alcohol in Germany. Finished Lost Legacy, awesome game, and I didn't even miss Nathan Drake. Yeah, man, hey, it works without him. But they don't want to make any more of them, do they? Do you prefer Human Torch or The Thing? Neither. You guys know I don't really get into comics. If you're gonna make me choose a comic book character, I'm just gonna go with Batman, and it's like a very specific Batman. It's like, not the Batman, it's part of like a massive DC multiverse, but just like, Batman, and he's the only superhero in the world. Excellent, were they rich criminals trying to take him out for what he did to them? I mean, let's be honest, he's probably killed a lot of people too. Just because he hits them in the head doesn't mean they ain't dying. Cocaine is probably better for you than the rest of the crap they put in Coca-Cola. I mean, that's one of those like interesting things you could say in a podcast, but then you get really quickly fact-checked by actual experts who would point out all the ways you're wrong, and then you'd have to double down and say, what the fuck do they know, huh? They don't have six-pack abs and like a pecs like mine. They ain't working out and putting steroids in their body every day. I think I actually have a pretty good opinion. That's how you do it. That's how you exude confidence when you make a claim. Also, Polygarp, thank you for the 100 bits, man. Losing Uncle Ben and a love interest like in the movies is one of the tamest of all he goes through in the comics. Yeah, I've heard of the comics. He's pretty horrible. Or horrible things have happened to him. 2 games, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. Sequel was better. Which is healthier, meth or a donut? The donut. I mean, I'm not even going to joke about this. The donut. Meth is like declaring nuclear or meth is like declaring chemical warfare on your body. Like, you'd probably much rather be in like a World War I trench huffing mustard gas. What's up, Primals? That's the greatest opening anyone's ever come up with, isn't it? What's up, Primals? I want to become one of these like alpha influencers and be like, what's up, Vikings? With my Vikings. Yeah, you got your custom like they're like tomahawk, not tomahawks, but like Viking axes is like merch. You ever seen a crack house? I've seen things that could be crack houses. I don't think I've ever walked past an official licensed crack house. One of them was hilarious. He hated Bruce because in a fight he stomped on his face and left a boot print on him. Called McDonald. Nicotine addiction is dangerous enough, and substance abuse is expensive an addiction. I did not survive by repeating my teenage mistakes. Yep. I happen to, thankfully, I'm not too addictive. However, I suspect that if I gave it the opportunity and fed it even a little bit, I could become a gambling addict. I just have a sneaking suspicion that if I started gambling, I would spiral out of control. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that would catch me. You will always be Moo Coat. I'm going to hold you to that. I got a contract coming next week. You're all going to be signing. Have you considered playing Balatro? I have, but I honestly still don't know what Balatro is. It's like poker, but like with made-up rules and like other stuff, or RPG mechanics or deck building. It's like poker, but if you also were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, right? How are you not addictive? You are my addiction. Well, I'm not saying I'm not addictive. I'm saying most things are not going to get me addicted because I just don't have any interest in drinking or smoking or drugs. But I get the feeling that gambling would get me. Puff, one of these days I'm just gonna go get Moo tattooed on my body and see who gets it. I mean, most people just think you really like cows. Can you sacrifice one of us to a god if you're choosing for a perk? Who goes? I mean, you realize you're the one that's always chanting musical lyrics and trying to your best to get under my skin and failing. I think it would be the easy choice of you. But also depends on what perk I'm getting. You either need to call your audience Vikings or Spartans for pure masculine. Spartans. What's up, Spartans? I feel like I don't know how these people do it. These influencers like do that without cringing to death. Like, what's up, Spartans? What's up, Primals, Vikings? What's up, Chads? I don't know, all this stupid shit. I feel like it's like, that's some weapons grade cringe right there. How do you do it? And I mean, I guess all the money helps, but Jesus. You know, I've been noticing a new trend on YouTube the past, like, I've seen it for like a couple of years now, but it's becoming more and more prevalent. It's that YouTube content where like someone who already has a bunch of money will buy some shitty piece of property and make it their personal project to bring it back. Like, I think like there's been a few big ones, like the one where the guy buys like a ghost town. There's this like demolition ranch, but I've seen like others now popping up left and right. Like people buying like old French chateaus and like abandoned mansions, just like, you know, fix them up and pretend like they bought this mystical piece of property. Restoration video, yeah, but it's like restoration videos is an ongoing project where they make themselves the project as well. So they're always like, be like, oh, we found like this in a welded shut room in the chateau, and it's like, and it's just like it's an empty room when you get into it. It's like, oh, this is some grade A shit. Like, I love watching wealthy people buy their way into content creation, where people take out really big loans and take the risk. Bought a ghost town to buy. Yeah, there's some dude who bought a ghost town, and then he's like supposedly actually like set fire to a bunch of it because he couldn't actually get building codes for it. Like, let me just like burn this historic building down instead. I'm not into slavery, nor underage boys. Don't call me a Spartan. I mean, you're a more modern take on the Spartan. How about that? But yeah, YouTube has been recommending me that a lot recently, like multiple different, you know, channels, and I'm just like, you know, we should. Is that all it takes now? Is that the new YouTube trend? You take out a loan to buy a piece of like shitty property, fix it up. Do I listen to new metal? My friend, how many times have I talked about like being like a down with the clown of the Insane Clown Posse, listening to Limp Bizkit and Korn, amongst other bands? I was forged in new metal. That was like the first musical genre I ever got into. That guru who leased a mansion. I just know there's like one called Mucky Mansion where some guy and his wife bought like a shitty ass like chateau and they're fixing that up, and it's like they're pretending they're finding all this crazy shit on it, and it's all clearly just like fake videos of some shitty building they bought. Can new metal work with Resident Evil or Silent Hill? No. They already tried. Silent Hill, Korn is actually used in Silent Hill Downpour, and it is not a good choice. It is not a good choice. You prefer when I'm obsessively affectionate or abusively insulting towards you? It depends on the day of the week, but you know what? It's up to you. Maybe you can try something new. Like, just be normal. Love new metal. Still listen to listen to it every day. I mean, I haven't listened to a lot new metal in a while, honestly. Men of War and Blind Guardian were background music in my tabletop times. Iced Earth Damien lyrics, huh? What would your luck stat be in an RPG? All charisma. All charisma, all faith. So I'm like one with the gods, and I can just like sleep with your wife. Or charm my way out of anything. So I get lucky if I get like, the gods come out and help me if I screw it up, but normally I can just talk my way on. But if I actually have to fight, I'm dead. What should my next tattoo be? How about you get an always classy like thorn bush with a skull somewhere with the thorns wrapped around it. That always looks good, right? Especially if you get it in the right area. Like that way it's like, oh, it's like death and like pointy shit. Deep, man. Failing that, you can just get an iron cross. People like those, right? Lucky's still playing Silent Hill 2 today? I believe she is. She's taking a shower right now, probably to get woken up. She was napping earlier. So yes. You already sound like you could be a mega church preacher, so it fits. I'm not doing nearly enough begging you guys for money and how I need a private jet to like, spread the word of the Lord for that. Don't fall for that. I could swear I've seen Dartigan with Sam and Dean Winchester doing demon hunters. You know, I would not mind doing like a ghost hunt in like a haunted house, or even like an actual exorcism on a crazy homeless person. I think that could be good content. Iron Cross, you mean the Nazi symbol? I mean, is it? I mean, there's a lot of Iron Crosses out there. But you can't help but you find that tattoo on a lot of people these days. This must be the finale of this game. Yes, we'll be finishing this up tonight. We got a little bit of the boat left, and then we do nothing but the mines until we're done. We starting a cult. I zoned out here. That's been around for a while now. I have a really dumb tattoo on my arm that looks weirdly like Las Plagas symbol for Resident Evil 4. Maybe I should get it redone and changed into that. I mean, hey, it's not a bad little symbol. Most people aren't going to recognize it. I mean, even me, Resident Evil 4 fan, would probably struggle to instantly recognize that symbol. Dartiganism? That makes it sound dirty. Get a Dartigan tramp stamp. I don't think anyone gets tramp stamps anymore, right? That was like a very 90s, early 2000s tattoo fad. A lot of people out there regretting getting those, I think. Had to go get those lasers off. Nut. Thank you for the nut, Polycarp. What's after Resident Evil 7? I don't know. I might want to play an indie game called Don't Look Outside, or is it called Look Outside? I got some options, but I'm thinking if I really want to keep this Resident Evil train going because it gets such good views and I want to turn you guys into like permanent viewers, I could play Resident Evil 2 Remake on hard, or like play Resident Evil 8 Village on hard. Like I gotta keep you guys watching enough before you start turning in reliably. That's how this streaming stuff works. So I give you what you want for a while, and you're like, you know what? I'll check out him doing his other stuff. That's how I know I've got you. You've seen a girl getting a tattoo on her butthole. I mean, that's not as uncommon as you think it is. I mean, Village of Shadows. I just call it Resident Evil 8. As long as it's scary shit, I'm in. I do play a lot of horror games, but I often have to play non-horror games. So maybe if I'm entertaining enough, you'll check out my non-horror game streams. But I think there are cults devoted to Garfield the cat. The only entertaining Garfield we have are the ones turned into nightmarish horrors by the internet, so I would hope so. Garfield is practically a Lovecraftian entity, based on some comics I've seen. Tattoo on the butthole sounds painful as hell to get, yes, but that has not stopped people from doing it. I'll stick around. I enjoy your content. This community is wonderful. See, there you go. That's all you need. A good community and a smooth-voiced bastard like me to, like, talk to you while you talk to everyone else. You mean Gorefield? Is that what it's called? Gorefield is a good name. So, chat, we got a good chat going now. I'm going to get started because, you know what? We've already burned 24 minutes. And I got to make up for, like, fucking up last night and dying after getting the machine gun. Is the merchant from Resident Evil 4 related to the one from 8? He does. The guy from 8 does mention that he has a friend who says, "What are you buying?" So they apparently do know each other. What their connection is beyond that, and they're like, yo, who knows? Don't think we'll ever find out. Alright. I gotta go do this shit again. Do you have an opinion on the underrated game Evil Seal? I don't even know what it's about, so I guess I don't. Is it any good? Also, $2 super chat from Azan. Is Dark Souls or Bloodborne horror RPG? I would say Bloodborne is definitely horror. That's very Lovecraftian. Dark Souls, somewhat. There are definitely like horror elements to that too, but definitely more in Bloodborne. Oh yeah, how many times do I got to do this puzzle? Evil Seal ran fluid on my now dead better laptop demo and it does look like a Resident Evil fan made it. Evil shield. Okay, it ran fluidly on your computer. Like you meant it leaked on you or something. I mean, I guess send me a link. I'll take a look at it. But most of the time when I've played, outside of like 1 or 2 examples, most Resident Evil clones have been pretty shit. Not getting me. Listening in the background, need to get some homework done. Hey, good news, I actually finished up my rough draft for Assassin's Creed Shadows today. So tomorrow I get to finalize it by doing my final draft and then record lines. It's almost done, chat. My time with Assassin's Creed Shadow draws to an end. I'm so looking forward to being done with this piece of garbage. Come on. Will you be purchasing the controversial Nintendo Switch 2? Possibly. I mean, it will be a tax write-off for me, so it makes it a little bit easier to swallow that. I can't think of any game that I need to play immediately, though, because... well, let's be honest. Nothing is coming out for launch that I'll need to make a sim video on, I don't think. Well, you can come in here, can you? Oh, shit. Shadow DLCs, though? What do you mean, Shadow DLCs? You know what? It'd be nice if there's like some recipes I could find in the game that let me like make more stuff. Assassin's Creed Shadow, is that bad? Oh yeah, Shadow's DLCs. I mean, that's still not a thing that exists yet, so I don't need to worry about it. Wasted that ammo. I'm dead. Go ahead and kill me. Bad one. This is what happens when you use Machina. Praise be to Yevon. I mean, you know, Waka tried to lead us right all this time. Why'd we ever doubt? Still playing as the Mia? Yes. You know, it's really dangerous to keep corrosive this powerful in these things that look like juice bottles. I want to say. I could get someone killed. Is original Resident Evil 3 one of the first games to have crafting system? Maybe? I'm not sure on that one, actually. When you get the Switch 2, you should play Bravely Default HD Remaster. Comes out the same day as... I mean, there's probably other games I'd play on the Switch 2, if I'm being honest with you. That's the thing, there's not anything I need to send, so I don't even know if I'd get it on launch date. Probably because it's going to be very difficult to get your hands on it on launch day, too. What's next after replaying Resident Evil 7? I don't know, actually. I haven't really thought that far ahead. I mean, there's still a possible, like, Resident Evil 2 and 8 playthrough. If I wanted to keep this Resident Evil stuff going for a bit longer and, like, keep milking those views that turn people into long-time viewers. Should try spreading the message of managed democracy in Helldivers too. I'm more of a single-player guy than a multiplayer gamer, but... about the only multiplayer game I played recently is actually Deadlock from Valve. And I did have a lot of fun with that, but I haven't played it in a while. Alright, this time we're getting this shit and getting out of here. Also, Polycarp gave me 100 bits. Thank you, man. Alright, we're actually packing quite a lot of stuff. Hey Dart, I'm gonna put you on the background while I do other stuff. Just enjoy listening. I mean, hey, you don't have to, you'll explain it to me. Do as you need to do. I'm here no matter what. Hey Dart, let's see. Do you inject your wife with a cure? Well, yeah, I gave Mia the cure. Because I didn't really want to fight her again later on. Can you stop? Just need to get into that room you're blocking. I need to be very careful up here, though. I'm gonna switch to the good ammo. I'm gonna fully heal myself. What's up, Arash the Great? How you doing? Your Resident Evil did air, billion people would show up on your stream and you would collect $1 million in one night. Well, I'll hold you to that. You're making up the difference. And no, there's one of those damn stalkers coming. Alright, we're now armed. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm pretty good, bro. I really need to go back down to the other floor and save now. Isn't that weird that a game called Biohazard Gambling appeared only in the DLC of Biohazard Gambling? I don't think that's a thing. Alright, that's all we can do up here. Knew it. Wasn't gonna let that happen. Not again. Did I go up there? I don't know if I've been up there. Let me check real quick. This one I would definitely have a skip ship section because the same director who worked on this is working on it. I mean, it doesn't mean he'll want to do the same thing though. Maybe he wants to try something new. Oh, okay, that I see where that leads. Anything on this floor that I haven't gotten? Is there a diegetic in-universe storyline behind the company's name Umbrella? I mean, it was created by eugenicists who wanted to, like, rule the world. That's really it. Alright. And this lets me go to the shower room and sick bay. What do you reckon the release window for Silent Hill F will be? Probably not until next year. My guess is the Silent Hill you'll get this year will be the DLC for Silent Hill 2, the one where you play as Maria or Mary, whichever one it was. You'll probably get that, the Born from a Wish DLC. Silent Hill F will be next year's Silent Hill. Oh, that's not gonna be any better than what I currently had. Fuck that. Why is this a... Why is there nothing back here? Why is it not openable? Don't have a knife, so I can't really break this open. That being said, I need to make some stuff. You know what? Let's use one of these. Let's take some drugs. Fuck. Did that thing come through the wall? Fucking Christ. Oh, this is bad. This is the worst. Oh, stop. Die! Oh, piece of shit. Also, set 0, they give you the prime stuff, dude. Oh, I hate this section so much. You got the worst weapons for dealing with the big tanky enemies. Now I gotta do all that again. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. I knew I should have just gone and saved. How did she get a bison in the United States? I mean, this was a ship, so I'm assuming the criminal organization she worked for, like, had it on the ship with her. It's like a weapon. Like, they gave her something to, like, possibly kill, like, you know, threats and stuff. Alright. This machine gun sucks ass. It's like useless on this difficulty. Alright, doing all this again. So fucking fuck. Really cool how they can just go to the floor. Mia needs her chainsaw. That'd honestly be a better weapon right now. What would be the weirdest location they could have for a Resident Evil game? Weirdest location? I mean, is there any... I'm not sure. You can pretty much do a Resident Evil game anywhere. Like, is there any place out... I mean, what would you consider weird for? They've done it in Antarctica. They've had it in small towns, big cities in China, on ships, in houses, in mansions, in like a solar punk city, on the beach, in space. I'm not in space yet, I guess. In space is like the one place, I guess. Don't have their space Resident Evil. They've had it in Africa, Europe, America, Spain, even like Northern Europe. I mean, like the Resident Evil, like Revelations 2 is like set in like the one that was like island chains above, Russia. Resident Evil with dinosaurs, not counting Dino Crisis. Would Resident Evil games set in CDC be CDC? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I hate this section so much. In Georgia, there's a place in Atlanta dedicated to viruses. Oh, the CDC. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That. I mean, that'd be the worst place for a breakout to happen. Can you, like, leave? Hey, what about a Resident Evil game set in Japan? They haven't done that yet. Wouldn't that be something? I mean, hey, Silent Hill's going there. Why not Resident Evil? I'm just going to run past it. Oh, God. This is real cool. He just wouldn't leave. I should have lured him in. Somebody ate our host again. I'm real scrumptious. Like, I got all this stuff on me, but most of it does no damage, is the problem. Like, I don't have enough, like, of the, pistol ammo, and the machine gun is fucking ass. No, don't forget to give Dart a thumbs up. Yeah, hit that like button on the stream. Why don't you? Definitely need this bomb. Alright, the millionth time I've done this puzzle. Resident Evil in a theme park? I mean, Silent Hill's kind of already done that. If they can do it, Resident Evil can. Ain't gonna impress anybody. I must have missed the knife somewhere. Doing all this for machine gun ammo I'm not even gonna want to use. Resident Evil 6 had the roller coaster, yeah. And it had a water slide too. How about this, chat? A Resident Evil game in an escape room. Huh? Huh? How about that? No one's thought of that one, I bet. Like you have like a mall-sized escape room. It's like full of like puzzles and shit. And then there's, get this, there gonna be zombies. Come on. Fast. Isn't that one of the DLCs to this game? What, an escape room? Yeah, this is what I need, right? Cable is completely fried. We had a replacement, but we had to use it to fix something in the 3rd floor sick bay. We had to go ask Dr. Waddle for it. Needed... Okay, I don't need that wire to fix this. Well, let's get the machine gun I don't want to use. I think any of the Axis powers use the mold or plaga for whatever during World War II. Not the plaga. We know that was like sealed up from like, you know, the medieval times. As for plague or mold, I don't believe so. There's never been any mention of it that I'm aware of. I hate you. I hate you so much. Couldn't even see to shoot you. On the 1st floor rec room, I mean, I'm not... You know what good it'd do me now. The only thing I need the knife for is like popping open crates. That's it. I can't use it to kill anything in this run. In the videotape tape room. Okay. Those things do a stupid amount of damage. That doesn't make any sense. Why do we have to play as a woman? We're playing as Mia, and she's our wife, and she's like trying to save us, that's why. But she has like no equipment and nothing that does any actual real damage. And she has to fight the toughest goddamn enemies in the game. Alright, come on. Looker wanna be... Yeah, because they do them... They're fast, hard to hit, and they kill you in 2 hits. And if you don't pop them in their tiny little head, they ain't going down in more than... It's gonna take 3 or 4 shots. Alright, pop this open. Yeah, I did that too many times. Yep. Mia's wife Zoe had bad luck and was, you know, it should have let you play as Zoe at some point, actually. It could have been interesting. Well, you do in the DLC, but I mean, in the main game as well. Let's go ahead and make another heal. Oh, I don't have a heal. Why does Dart ignore the bobblehead up there? Because I'm not going to collect all the bobbleheads in this run. So what do you think it's going to do for me? Also, I don't have a knife on me, so I'll have to use one of my limited bullets to get it. So what do you want me to do about it? Pop the bobblehead? That will help me in no way and waste ammo. Can you play the DLCs in Madhouse mode? Will you stream those? Well, I've already played through the DLCs just a few months ago. I don't really feel like playing through them again. I feel like playing through this base game in Madhouse mode is more than enough. I'd rather like move on and play something else. Can you give it a break? Spawn somewhere else. Cool. I think there's a few things you can use the corrosive on the first floor. I know, but I'm just trying to like get everything I need right now. Like I'm just trying not to die. Like I need to get the cord on 3rd floor, but also need to go get this gun up here. And there's also the cable I gotta get. Get back in there. He just wants to show you some of his vomit. Like it's right over there somewhere. You also make jump there with the thing, like right, like do that, right? Thought it was the stalker. Is this before Ethan shows up? This is when we're trying to save Ethan. This is where the cable is at. I'm gonna go. I think that's a save room, right? We're gonna go save. How come Mia isn't a mold person? Because we healed her. That's why. Shit, I can't save. I don't have a cassette tape with me. God damn it. I guess we're just, you know, we're boned is what we are. No, I guess I could go down there and save in the guest room real quick. Let's do that. I can't just keep doing this over and over again. The confusing thing is that Zoe doesn't turn into mold, but crystal, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't even really make any sense. How many cassette tapes do I have? We got 2. Alright, there we go. Never had to deal with that one section at least. Ability of a 4 count as horror? Yes. It's trying to be, it just isn't that scary. There's scary moments to it, but it's never really that scary. Alright. Now we're gonna go get that wire we need. That acid is terrifying. I mean, look at it. It's like in a drink bottle. You could so easily just like, oh, I'm gonna get like a sip of like this slushy. Not labeled or anything. Alright, this is where the big guy spawns. Along with the little guy. Only got one bomb. Don't need the gun. Fucking die already. I gotta kill you if I want to do this. Yeah, I got it. Got it. We lived. You're stuck in this area? I mean, until I kill this thing, yep. You think Mia has a fetish for being yacked on like that? Am I just writing fan fiction for people at this point with these questions? I feel like I am. Like, hey Dart, do you think that girl just likes being puked on? Yeah. Seriously. I can make some pistol ammo now. Thank God I made that pistol ammo.
Complete global saturation.
Saturation. Thank you for the bits, you know, Dr. Baby. Alright, we can now this area. Fix the elevator. How many copies does a AAA game need to sell to be successful? I don't know. It depends on the price of the. There's no like set to that. It depends on how much they spend making it more than anything else, and how much they spend marketing it. Usually, a AAA game though wants to sell millions of copies. Kind of hard to like justify the cost of that if you're not selling a few million. Yeah, we need another cable. We need a fuse. Assuming that's down there. After revisiting Resident Evil 6, is there still a hunk of is it still a hunk of shit? Yes. Even bigger hunk of shit than I recall it being. Alright. I guess I go to the recreation room. I'm gonna be going around this corner and up there. I'm glad I can somehow fix an elevator on a busted ship that's waterlogged. This way. Oh shit. Can't enter, it's a save room. It's a save room. I know there's a stalker down here somewhere. And there it is. Oh, fucking. That was horse shit. Horse shit. I nailed the other one, but then another one came up right behind me. I gotta kill the big guy again now. Oh.
More of this.
Yep. You know what, let's go down there and deal with this first, actually. We can just like go right across to the recreation room. You seem to be having a worse time than me trying to play Elden. Well, this is this level is like you're so under equipped for the enemies you're dealing with on Madhouse Difficulty. It's like really hard. Did Dartigan turn up the sound alerts? I haven't adjusted them any, but it's possible that the website itself has made some modifications.
Wow, what a mansion!
Well, that's not too bad. Also, thank you for the bits, Dr. Baby. A knife. I was hoping that'd be a fuse in this room. I don't know where to get the fuse at now. The door fuse on the first floor. I'm on the first floor, aren't I? I think oh yeah, the one I used in that one wall. I used it in a different door. I think it was this door over here. I used it on. Is that the best knife in the game? I have no idea. No, it was not this room. It's in the stairway door, like over. Oh, is that door? Is that one right there? Oh shit, you're right. One P. Austin Arth Oda advocates for AI. I made Luffy into a girl with one click. This is awesome. Well, he liked it. That's like a first for like a mangaka. I mean, he's probably made Luffy into a woman quite a few times. Yeah, I got the knife, so I'm already got that. Not today. Alright, I just gotta survive that room where the big guy comes at me again. Which is right here. However, I've got 2 bombs this time. That'll make it a world of difference. Is this a secret umbrella basement? No, this is a ship that was stranded in a storm here in the bayou, and it's how that all this stuff kind of like came to be here. Do you want to save just in case? I've only got 1 more save with Mia right now, so I can't actually. I'm just gonna have to risk it. Do you want Umbrella to be the villains of Resident Evil? Do you want villains to always change? I'm fine with them changing it. Umbrella was always just like a different group of people anyways, every single game. It really kind of hardly mattered that they were all in the same company. Alright. See if we can make this happen. So cool, really never played Resident Evil 7. Dartigan and chill for the way. Yeah, see, we're on a boat right now, you can see it. This is beached by a storm out here in the bayou, and that's how all the evil mold shit, infected that family. Have you seen Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven? Yes, I saw that years and years ago. Let's get fully healed for this. hit me through the wall, I'm gonna be very cross. I don't think that hurt him. The second explosion did nothing to him. Yo, goddamn you. God, Mia, you fucking terrible. Then again, it's not your fault. You're the one that's stuck with these horrible weapons. We got it. That's how it goes through walls a little bit, yep. Still got one more enemy that's gonna come out though. Alright. What's my favorite area of Silent Hill 2? The opening area. It's like incredibly atmospheric. But the hospital is also really well done. Honestly, the only area of Silent Hill 2 I don't really like is the prison. Most other areas I'm probably... There's even areas of the prison I do like, the theming of it. It just like, yo, it doesn't quite live up to some of the other ones. Alright, we can now get the hell out of here. I think we done here, chat. Have I played Silent Hill 4? Yes. I like a lot of ideas of Silent Hill 4, but damn, that execution was garbage. And most of the characters, or at least the main character, is like absolutely the worst they've ever done. Is there a boss in this area? No. Well, technically, I think if you play as Ethan, when you get back control of him, you have to fight Mia here again as a boss. But we're not going to be doing that, so we decided to save her. So we're going to... We don't really need to go to any of these floors, I don't think. I should probably save, though. Saving would be wise. Yeah, I had a feeling. Don't want to end up regretting that. But these aren't my saves that I have in Ethan's storage. These are Mia's saves. doing groovy, getting ready to stream Silent Hill 2. Yeah, I think you'll be actually possibly getting out of the prison tonight. The ghosts were the worst part of the game. The ghosts could have been awesome. There was a lot of really good ideas in 4, but the execution of every one of them was just like piss poor. Alright, so we just make our way through this maze, probably finding a ton of shit, and we can get to Ethan.
He's waiting.
They're getting real mean now, aren't they? Oh, I got a heal on me. Thank you. Finally, things are looking up. Getting phone from your dead wife persuading you to come to a Silent Hill, kind of. Well, she didn't get phoned. He got a letter. Big difference. Nope, no sass from you. Okay, we're doing good on heals. How did he get a letter from his wife? He didn't. He actually didn't get a letter. That's the whole point. But he thinks he did. Tough moldy people. What's your opinion on Silent Hill movies? I've only ever seen the first one and it's kind of mid. It does visuals very well, but it doesn't understand the series that well. Nope. Look. Can I just give past you? Mean-spirited bullshit. Let's call this bullying at this point. I'm glad I saved. Isn't the Silent Hill movie made by the guy who directed Brotherhood of the Wolf? I don't know. I've never really looked into it that much.
He's waiting.
I just know it was like, I watched it because I was interested, but yeah, it was kind of like, yeah. The town visuals were nice, but they didn't understand any reason things were actually there. Alright, I get double teamed here. But hey, maybe they'll get a remake Silent Hill 2 now that they're doing these Silent Hill remakes from Blooper Team, and maybe it'll be good. That was heals last time, and I'd prefer to be heals again. Pop down. Got a heal on me. I'm gonna have to use this bomb on that thing to maybe knock it down and move past it. And maybe I can like, oh no, I'll come back this way and then circle around it. Miss. Probably just blow it up and move past it, actually. Shot me through the wall. Okay, you can't follow me, good. Oh, sweet, a Bitcoin. What I need to save me. Is this the DLC? No, this is the main game on Madhouse Difficulty. While I'm getting my ass pushed in. Alright, let's go check the cargo bay. I bet I'm going to regret having used my last bottle of corrosive, and that's going to be way better whatever's inside that. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, we're finally out of this goddamn ship. Thank God.
I need you to do something.
Ethan.
See, this would have been a better option right here. Instead of having Ethan be killed by the curb stomp, this is when he got turned into mold.
Ethan?
Because he even has like, he can even like talk to this dude in like the mold
I'm
realm.
not gonna hurt you. Hell, I never would have if I could have helped you.
What do you mean?
I'm no killer, son. Neither is Marguerite, nor my boy
Well,
Lucas,
your boy Lucas kind of was.
or even Zoe here. That girl Evelyn, she did this.
What the hell is she? No, what did she do to you?
She infected us with her gift. That's what she calls it. I found her near a busted out tanker in the bayou. Everything changed after that.
So she infects you and then she takes control?
No. Not exactly, son. She just... She forces her way into your mind, your soul. You can't fight back.
What's up, bye guy?
You are connected to her, and you can't resist the urge to...
Goon.
Oh, you're a different person after that.
Just like Mia. So Mia sent me that message because of Evelyn.
Listen, the girl just wants a family of her own. She's the key, all right? You find her, and you stop her. Ethan, free my family. Please.
I mean, you really only have a daughter left at this point. And I don't really do anything to help her at this point either.
Stay away from him.
Why? He doesn't love you. I can make him love you.
Don't hurt him.
Silly, I told you I'm not gonna hurt him.
Don't you dare.
So what?
How are we hearing
You're not my mommy.
Mia's
Remember?
hallucination right now?
Mia, how?
There's no time. You have to get out of here and find her. Here, take this.
What? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Saving your life. You need to go. I won't be able to resist for much longer.
No,
Now go kill that little bitch.
no. Mia! No!
Imagine Ethan frees them from Evelyn's control and they're all stuck in that fucked up boss fight monster form forever. You know, it's kind of disappointing that you don't see them in like the DLC for 8 where you go into like that, mold realm, the mental world or whatever. Since Evelyn's there, so Jack and like Marguerite should also be there.
Okay, you little bitch. Where the fuck are you?
I'm gonna kill me a child. It's all your fault. Do you think Ethan would still hit it if Mia was a giant mold monster? I mean, why not? The thing is no child? Technically it is. It's just like a genetically engineered child. With accelerated aging, yep. Oh, a dead fish. I think the Bakers knew there was an oil refinery on their land. Fuck you, auto mod. I mean, it is what it is. You know, go chat for a bit. Hey, it's Lurkin's perfectly fine. What's morally wrong, killing a child or killing a senile elderly? I mean, it's pretty morally wrong to kill anyone, for no reason, That your life isn't being threatened, I would say. There's a collapse in the Patterson mine. Juan and Beckford are dead, and Huxley will never walk on his own again. Old man Stan was right. The ground here is too unstable. Company's not going to send us any replacements. They want to work double shifts instead. I can't wait to get back to the old... You know, I don't think there's any... I don't think you'll find a mine, even a salt mine that goes underground in the bayou, because it'd just be flooded. Maybe like an open mine where you're just cutting like chunks out of the earth, but you wouldn't be finding like underground mines like we're about to do here. Are they watching us from that helicopter? How you doing? Bit late, but ready for a good time. And great stream. Hey, Billy, we're on the final section of the game,
A thorough
actually.
search of the Baker property revealed 0 survivors. Repeat, 0 survivors. We did find evidence of a skirmish.
Evelyn?
Negative. However, we did find several encrypted messages from the Baker's son Lucas to an unknown third party. You can probably guess who that was.
That's just great. We've had reports in the abandoned mine south of the property. I'm gonna go have a look.
Roger that.
I'm gonna
We'll
get
meet
my
you at
team
those
killed.
coordinates.
If you encounter Evelyn, orders are shoot to kill. Repeat, shoot to kill.
Taking Mia's things, yes. I don't know how I did, but I'll take it. Don't really need this in my... let's see. Let's figure out what we need, actually. Defense. Iron defense corn. First aid med. Don't really want the shitty machine gun. I've got 9 antique coins on me as well. What do we got? Salt coin. Is already open. Stabilizer. And the Magnum. Alright, I could get the Magnum or I can get the assault coin. I'm only gonna have like 5 bullets for the Magnum though. I don't think that's a good choice here. I do not think this is a good choice. It's really just going to be for killing the final boss or maybe one of those big guys that come at me. The save room theme hits harder than the machine gun. I think the coin is the better option. What is this? Stabilizer, I've already got that, I'm good. I'm thinking the coin. Increases my attack power. Maybe I can make the machine gun slightly better. Let's go for the coin. You're not going to pick the Magnum because it's this. It's not even the right Magnum. The Magnum is too small for you. I don't have enough ammo for it to ever make it useful. That's my main issue. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, actually, I can't take that out. You cannot store that in the item box. All right. Don't really need more regular pistol ammo. I've got plenty. You know what? I guess we'll take the shitty machine gun with us. Gotta use it for something. Maybe now it can do some damage, actually. Shotgun should have birdshot. Let's go make another. Let's make another cure. Too bad Ethan's not a real prize fighter like Jack's brother. I mean, he could be punching them. That's right. That guy had such an easier time through all this. This is the last act of the game. Yep, this is the final section. And it's very combat heavy, from what I recall. Come on, you first. This is the main reason I brought this with me, just so I could like unload on these guys. What do the bobbleheads do? I think they unlock extras for you in the like New Game Plus. Any thoughts on the next game you're gonna play tomorrow? I probably won't be playing doing a stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, like today, I finished up my rough draft for the Assassin's Creed Shadow script. So probably all day tomorrow, I'm gonna be working on like finalizing my script, and then the next day after that, probably recording all my lines. And then on Friday, I'm gonna go to the final showing of Lucky You'll Play. So I probably won't be streaming the next 3 days. But then when I come back, I'll be streaming again, and I haven't really decided what I'm gonna be playing yet. Are you guys just like, spawning in endlessly? I don't need this machine gun anymore. However, I have been thinking of playing like an indie horror game called Don't Look Outside or Look Outside, whichever one that is. I could also play Resident Evil 2 Remake or Resident Evil Village even. Who wins in a fist fight, Dart, Jack's brother, or Chris? Good question, no idea. Would you drink juice from a cup made of sperm? Would you? Answer that question yourself before you ask me. What play is Lucky in? She is in a play called All in the Timing. It's a comedy play. And she plays Trotsky's wife. We hold a poll in the Discord on what game you play, or do you want to decide? I usually like to decide that. Because if I hold a poll, it's still going to be biased, because I'll be choosing like between like 2 to 3 options. And you know, it probably won't be like significant enough in either direction, so I'm still going to have to choose anyways. Again, you would not find an underground mine anywhere on like the bayou, because it'd be full of water. Even a salt mine or whatever this is. So I'm pretty sure salt mines don't go underground like this. They like dig from just straight down. So, I'm your favorite streamer of all time and I always love being here. I know doesn't mean much coming from disgusting blighter like me, but I wanted to say, well, I appreciate that, no. I know it does mean a lot. I know you have your unique idea of how to have fun, but I don't mind. Pleasure to have you. Hopefully all of you feel similar. But I hope it's not just because of me. Like, obviously I'm a big part of it, but I hope it's because you actually like the community too, and chatting with everyone else here. That's a big part of any stream, not just the streamer. Here, you can like walk through these bombs and die. And I'm out of bombs. Wait, there's one more. Been in a bunch of Shakespeare, but if you mean like which production I was in that got the most press in the news, likely a play called The Kansas Collection, with the Speakeasy Society, Wild Party at the Broad Theater in Santa Monica, or the New Colossus at the Actors Gang. She's an accomplished actors chat. Respect. You mostly enjoy the community? I mean, I understand that completely. I mostly enjoy the community too. You know, wouldn't it be awfully hard for a bunch of mold monsters to exist in like a salt mine where it'd be constantly like sucking the moisture out of them? Don't ask questions if you don't want no lies. I mean, no need to lie. I already know the answer. And the answer is, yeah, they would be like having a real rough time down here. Mining actually does take place in these areas of Louisiana for salt and oil. They lower the water table to make it dry enough for it. This should definitely be flooded. Yeah, there's like nothing really going on here. Like no one's really using this. So yeah, this would be flooded. You need like pumping happening. But usually I figured like they would just like, if they really had a resource they needed to get, they would like dig straight down and not dig tunnels like this. What's up, Abraham? How you doing? Oh. Fucking... Oh. Doing that mean shit again, throwing stalkers at me at the same time. Wouldn't the salt also dry the water of the swamp? No, the water would... salt can't draw... I mean, when you think about it, the entire ocean is like salt water, so... No, but like a giant chunks of salt like this, if you're like something that requires moisture, like mold, per se, you'd have a hard time like just growing here, I feel. Or at least like walking on it should be like drying their feet out, because drying out is actually how the big ones die. They like turn into like dry, crusty chalk. It's whatever. Oh, fuck. little late. Little lady, then you can let go now. It would have been funny if they added a slug monster to this area. It would be the worst environment for it. Isn't salt what they use to kill slugs? I mean, you can, yes. You can kill slugs in quite a few ways, but salt is like the infamous, like, torture when, if you wanted something to suffer and, like, feel like a psychopath. Like, don't they use, like, magnifying glasses to kill ants, Dartigan? Like, yeah, yes, I'm assuming you can, but I don't think it's industrial uses, like, used for that commonly. I think I can go under that. I'm not sure. Other news Dartigan used to experiment on small animals when he was a kid? Actually, no. I'm quite nice to animals and even bugs. Is Lucas in this area? Yes, but only in the DLC. There's like another section of the mine he's at. So that's his handiwork there, though. It was cool. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering if the whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her. It's kind of fucked up. Oh, hey.
Hi, Mark.
Good cosplay, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, that went down.
Very good at looking awesome.
That we all are. Thank you for the tea. Still to film Exposition. Okay, we saw that already. That bitch Mia is still somewhere in between Eva, La La Land, and reality. She gets pretty violent. So I locked her up in the cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Mia is her favorite and all. But she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia is her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. Also, Polygar, thank you for the 100 bits. Wait, is this a different DLC or do you swap between Mia? No, this is the main game. This isn't DLC. In the DLC, you actually play as Chris and Zoe's uncle. I forget his name. He's like the dude who punches everything. Then you play as a few of those like, filmmakers who got captured before the game even begins, and a few of the smaller DLCs. As well as one DLC where you play as Zoe. But okay, whatever. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for me to because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin is getting all wrinkly and she's getting gray hairs. That's supposed to happen. It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. You add another entry to the lore. Dartigan is kind to animals. I mean, hey, if you want to add that one to my future Wikipedia, be my guest. Dartigan is good to animals. Is Mia still flesh and blood? She is alive. She's just locked on a boat right now. I don't have the thing for that. Is there a spider in your room? You wouldn't kill it, bug capture it, and release? A spider? Yeah, I would try my best to, take it to a window. I'd do that for most spiders, actually. Unless they're, like, aggressive. Like a huntsman spider would be, like, the only thing I would probably have to squish. But even then, I've captured those before under a glass and taken them outside. This report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grows inside the E-Series infects a human. Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E-Series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to as mold. Initial infection, the mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. The side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to coapt the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-Series asset. Subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations and soon comes under complete control of the E-Series asset. This state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case. It all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject in this stage would be extremely difficult. So why was Ethan's transformation so different? He never lost control of his mind or mutated his body. I'm sensing some bullshit. I think Capcom was horny when they were, designing Dimitrescu. I don't think so. Don't think they realized how popular Dimitrescu would be. 5 minutes after dose, vomiting. Necrotoxin E-Series dosage test. 10 minutes after dose, death. 12 minutes after dose, cell calcification. Oh, that's fancy. Destroy cells of any subject based on the E-Series bioweapon model, used only for disposal of E-Series assets. Toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of the E-Series cells into the necrotoxin container. Good thing they make this so simple that no one can get it wrong. And doesn't understand the appeal of big, busty MILFs. They are the two focus on tiny, cute, high school girls. This project is instigated at 2000 as one of the several concepts for the company's NextBus, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority. You know what? The whole world of Resident Evil would make way more sense if there was actually more examples of all these bioweapons being used in actual conflicts. The only one that ever did it was Resident Evil 6 with that war in Eastern Europe. But all these companies and organizations are truly invested in making bioterror weapons, but they never actually get used anywhere. How are they making profit? Who's invested in this? The bioweapon for neutralizing combatants in mass with minimal direct contact. NextBus was later folded and all its assets diverted to this project. This project markedly different from conventional weapons is the ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Since it effectively eliminates the costs of not only POW handling but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the and even organization chomping at the bit to get on board. The project would never have existed were it not for the discovery of the remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus, we commonly termed the mutamycete. Fabrication method for each bioweapon was introduced the mutamycete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and performed cultivation in a controlled environment over the period of 38 to 40 weeks. Resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability from the impractical and faulty Series A through D. The perfected E-Series. Common appearance was selected for the bioweapons that of a roughly 10-year-old girl to ensure ease of blending in with urban refugee populations. First E-Series specimen named Evelyn has proven capable of secreting the mutamycete from her tissue at will. There's also to note that Evelyn's mutamycete imposes a profound control over body and mind when introduced into a host organism. Still have a lot to learn about the mechanism and by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to an auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, at first which is hallucination. Almost immediately after infection, subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she is not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Auditions, which infected subjects throughout the stages of infection reveal that at first the phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship and assistance. Time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. Psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Evelyn's brainwashing effect, and by the time mental control is achieved, the mood of mycete infection has progressed through the body cells, so the body... This is basically the progenitor to the A virus. A little bit, yeah. Like, all this mold stuff is what, like, inspired, our boy, whatever his name was, from the start the Umbrella Corporation to look for, like, you know, immortality. Okay, we gotta, like, use some stuff. Make some good bullets. And another heal. See y'all there? Hey, I'll be rating you once I'm done, Lucky. Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Fungal toughness has remarkable strength, give them significant battlefield potential. Researchers have been calling these superorganisms the molded, made of mold and also molded as in shaped. Name has a certain elegance to it. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing on samples of Evelyn's body tissue produces a unique fungicidal serum. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify. Though the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. As the treatment's window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to would enhance its effects to extreme potency. A compound we know as E-necrotoxin, which even tiny amounts. It's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behaviors her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if they were really their daughter. Why did she settle upon the family as the theme of her mental control? It's just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited for blending into social groups than a lone girl. On the other hand, well, sentimental sword might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantine upbringing, a parent's love. Alright, that's a lot of reading I just did. Well, we got what we need to kill her. Catch you guys soon. Hey. Don't need this. Looking good. Is the exposition done? I think so, yeah. I think it's all fighting until the end now. Talking about Rebecca Chambers desiring being petite. What? I was talking about Rebecca? See, now I'm even more confused. Wait, these could explode. Never mind. Best thing of that game are the twins. Are you talking about your Code Veronica? I mean, Steve is the only one of those two that matters. I mean, not Steve. Well, Steve matters, and also that one dude is like, Mashfield. Do. Will you ever sin Baldur's Gate 3? I don't think I'll sin it, but I would like to try playing it all the way through at some point. Sooner or later, Dart will have to sin Khan, the first Berserker. I mean, you say that, but no, I don't. But I might want to play it at some point. It's time for the Wall of Meat. Yeah, there's a big fight coming up soon. I think, what, I'm playing Fear or something, lady? Shit. Shit. Well, I was doing well. Finally one-shotting. That's because I got like a damage modifier on and I'm using like special ammo for this pistol. Debating whether I should take another weapon with me. Sadly, I can't make any more rounds with this. I don't know if it's worth it. I've only got one round for it. That's gonna shit. How many times has darting expired in this game? Has anyone kept track? We're near the end of the game, though. We really just have this combat section, and I think we just had the final boss, which is barely even a boss. I've died a lot. There's certain areas of this game that, yeah, killed me a lot. How's Biohazard going? What's up, Minzy? We're near the end of the Madhouse playthrough for it. Maybe 30 or so. Actually, when I beat the game, it'll tell me how many times I've died. Fuck! Love missing. I only need solid fuel. No, you're bullshit. Alright, I'm in full gamer lean right now. Alright, you got prep area. Can I please, like, use some shit up? And... I really want that tape, and I want this shit. This is good stuff. You can't... you gotta have it. Really don't need magnum ammo. You will never see me do that in any other Resident Evil game, but I just dispose of magnum ammo. Alright, we're doing good. Only need flamer fuel, but take it with me and I can dispose of it. I don't need it. I feel really dirty throwing away magnum ammo, but I don't even have the magnum, so no point in it. Love this man. Love fighting these things. Oh yeah, I forgot the explosion hurt you. Being locked in, I've never been more locked in my life. This is the real challenge, though. Oh, shit. Oh, they died. Doing remote mines? Nope. Oh, that has some fucking reach to it. It's really cool that it goes through walls too, you know. Missed. Oh, that shit then goes through walls. What is covered? He got it. Oh. took almost all my heals though. I think that there's only like the boss fight now. Is that the last hard part? Yeah, I think that's only, there's like a boss fight and that's it. Oh, you did the thing. I did the thing multiple times. You know what MagFest is? Random question. I've heard of it before. Like a convention, I believe. Alright, we're pretty well loaded for like the final fight now. Tripwires up the ladder. Oh yeah, you're right. I would not have noticed that. I guess that's if you don't want to fight. I don't know, trying to run from this fight would have been hard since they'd be puking on you. Taxes are horrid. They know how much we owe, but can't just say, hey, pay this. Yep, you gotta figure it out yourselves, and then, you know, figure out if you did it right. I actually did my taxes a few days ago. It was real fun. The final save. Why give me the map at the very end of the mine, though? Like when I no longer need it. How skinny is Ethan? He's got that millennial build. He's like, you know, pretty good shape. Probably runs a little bit here and there. Back. All ends were a big and cliche that it does. It rhymes, you know.
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
And that's the big reveal. It's her. How did you do a complete circle? You know, I don't know why how that works, but for some reason that mine goes into this like guest house basement. I'm assuming that's something Lucas did so he could like access it, but who knows?
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
We also see the moment where you got your head stomped in and died. What kind of tea am I drinking? I'm drinking Ginmaicha. The pretty common tea we have here at my place. Very good. Very good to have with you for streams. You will be? Hey, she'll be showing it on her stream tonight, actually. Boom.
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
Does it want to be my daddy? then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Like, do you fight her? If you choose to save Zoe instead of Mia, do you have to fight Mia here again? Or is that on the ship? You know, Mia's alive. We chose to save her. You fight her with a crowbar. She has a crowbar on the ship. I've never actually killed her, and or chosen not to save her.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Oh, wait, that hurts. What? It's a dream, though. Oh, never mind. Also, $5. Well, wasted a bullet. $5 from John Ratcliffe. Do you ever just wake up in the morning and go, America, fuck yeah, it really is the best way to wake up in the morning. You only fight Mia once. No, I don't think I've ever once woke up in the morning and just like celebrated being an American. I feel that's what people over in the rest of the world think Americans do. Like, yeah, I bet money Americans just wake up and like, fuck yeah, I'm American. Can't think of myself ever having done that once. How screwed up is it these two had a daughter? Increasingly screwed up. We wake up and hate life. We wake up and question, like, is all this really worth it? Is this all there is to it? Teleporting. All right.
Get away! No, you don't! Stay back! No, stop! No!
Time to get diabetes medication.
You.
Why does everyone hate me?
Goodbye.
It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
Oh. You know what? Really good game, but it's probably one of the weakest, like, final bosses. Isn't this about the same size as the Mutamycete? Like, we had to blow up with like an atomic bomb at the end of 8.
You're just a little boy.
So thank you, the $5 and $2, John Ratcliffe and Loki Dog. Thoughts on how they tied this and Village together? I mean, kind of weakly, but it's all right. I like both the games anyways. It was Mia ever really there to begin with? Scam, fever dreams, mold, and a letter. Could have been. She's a Silent Hill type enemy. Shit. Ow.
I just wanted a family.
Bloody scream. So rude.
Use it!
Hey, use that gun you've been using the entire game.
Playtime.
This was at 9 shots. And there you go, Chad. We completed the Madhouse run of this game. Hasta luego. GG. Nicely done. I mean, hey, getting pretty good these Resident Evil games. So, thank you for that, GG. Can you even die to the final boss?
Wow.
Yes.
What a mansion!
You think you're 100 bits, Paul? Have you already made a sim video on this? Yes, but I'm playing just like I made it on all the other Resident Evil games. I've been playing through them on hard mode, just for the hell of it. This is like Chris after he got off all the steroids. Look how small those shoulders are. He gets back on them in between games though.
I'm Redfield. Glad we found you.
You sure? You look really weird.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Farmsy just started. I'll be raiding here tonight, so don't you worry. But she's playing Silent Hill 2 tonight. Our wife,
Mia,
cleans up good.
you made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
They say that when one door closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me.
What a great ending narration.
Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way.
Are you forgetting someone you'll, Ethan?
But
Like
now
someone who's helped
Evelyn's
save
dead.
your life? You should like me telling them about?
And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. And now she's back and wants to start over.
They ever explain
All
why
this
Mia doesn't
behind
go to
us.
prison for being part of a terrorist cell? I guess they go, both her and Ethan go into like, you know,
Maybe this is where the next door
custody in
opens.
Europe. Or like protected custody. Somehow, but they still end up right next to like where the smoke. Look at that, Chad. So, Chad, between the two games, would you rather see me play Resident Evil 2 Remake on hard or Resident Evil Village? Which one would interest you more? Village, Remake, Village. Seen a lot of Villages in YouTube chat? Yeah, it looks like Village is winning. Rather see you play Silent Hill 4. I really want to play Silent Hill 4 right now. Village, because you haven't seen it yet. Okay. Seems like Village might be the next one. However, when it comes to Village, there's different ways to play it. Would you want to see it in third person, first person, or VR? Ever get to see me play Resident Evil 2 Remake? Third person? First, third? Standard reply, do what you feel are comfy. I mean, I'm pretty comfy playing any of this, so I am looking for a little bit of, like, viewer interest. You said you do VR. I would like to do VR, however, I don't know really feel if I feel like playing VR right now. I have heard Village is pretty good in VR, though. VR, I mean, I played through Half-Life Alyx in VR. I don't really get too VR sick. What's next? I don't know what I'll be playing next. I will be playing I'm going to be taking the next couple days off because I do need to, like, I finished up my rough draft on Assassin's Creed today, so tomorrow I'm going to be, like, finalizing it and then recording lines, and then on the Saturday I got the final showing of Lucky's Play I'm going to go be there for, so I won't be streaming again until Sunday at the earliest. But you love the song. I like this song too. It's really good. Just because it doesn't feel like a Resident Evil song. You do Village, make sure you use your NG plus file for Village of Shadows, otherwise you straight up can't be done. New game? Why? Use it too loud? Well. Oh well, I'm not really saying anything important. Music, okay, maybe I can turn this down. There you go. That should be better. Forget how loud this song gets. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Another game beaten. Chat, what rate am I? How good am I on the get good scale, chat? How good am I? Real answers only, please. What's my get good rating? Lowest 6 out of 10 gamer. You guys are hard to please, all right? I'm beating all these Resident Evil games on hardest difficulty, and you're still like, nah. Until you speed run it and beat it in an hour, Dart, I got nothing to tell you. You watched Akira instead of Dart beating the game? Well, I can't really, compete with Akira. Can't compete with that. However, chat, would you guys like to spread some love around tonight? Because you've shown me so much. Because Lucky, my girlfriend, is currently going to be playing through Silent Hill 2 some tonight. And I wanted to, like, send you guys over to her. On both Twitch and YouTube. So I'm going to, like, post a link. I'm going to rate her on Twitch and then post a link to her channel on YouTube. If you guys would just, even if you don't feel like sitting around watching, just go give her a like and a follow on YouTube would be great. I think you'll like her. You've heard her on my stream a couple times, and she's currently cosplaying Angela from Silent Hill 2. I think you'll like it. So I'm going to post the link in YouTube chat. You guys, it's her Twitch link, but she has a YouTube stream as well, but I'm not sure what the, don't have the link for that right now. But chat, you've all been amazing tonight. Thank you for joining me for the Resident Evil 7 Madhouse playthrough. My pleasure. I will be back streaming again, possibly either on Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure which. So you got a few days to recover from me before we get started on something else. Also, Loki Dog, thank you for the $2 super chat. Do what you feel best. My request, Vagrant Story. Okay. That can make for a good, like, classic sin at some point. Alright, chat. Thank you again for your super chats, bits, subs, everything else. Like and follow me on YouTube or subscribe. Follow me on Twitch as well. I got a Discord link, and if you like my YouTube videos, go check out my Patreon. But other than that, go check out Lucky's stream, chat. I think you guys will like it if you haven't been there before. Follow her. Get those follow counts up. She's like my after stream program. She's like, if you liked my stream, you'll like hers. That's all I got for you. I'll see you later, chat. Peace.